What's up guys, welcome back to Chelsea Explained and I hope you are doing well, and the season has come to an end now. Chelsea played the last game on Sunday and finished with a fantastic victory, and now it's about time I entertain you with lots of content, Chelsea news, discussion videos, explanation videos, all this kind of good stuff, because there will be a little while until Chelsea start playing matches again. And in this video we're gonna focus on Mauricio Pochettino, because there are tons of articles and updates around him in the current moment, and his future is actually uncertain in the current moment, because they're coming out reports that on Friday he is going to have a full season review meeting with the board, and they're gonna go through all kinds of stuff. And after that we're going to see whether he is going to stay for another season or if Chelsea is gonna part ways with Pochettino. So we're gonna start by looking at what Mirror has posted in their article, and these updates is coming also from Team Talks and Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea head coach Pochettino is set to demand a bigger say in the club's transfer policy in talks with Bowley if he is to continue in his role beyond the summer. Now that is understandable to some extent, that the manager can have a say in the market. I think I think a manager should get back in the market, but sometimes a manager can get it wrong as well in terms of transfers. So it's good if a manager and sporting directors could have a collaboration. The sporting directors giving you some players, but they also are willing to listen to you, what kind of players you would like to have in your team, so you can strengthen your squad and build a team in the way you want, so you can have the best chance of succeeding at the club. Pochettino could reportedly quit Chelsea if he's not given a greater say in the transfer policy in the club during planned talks with the club's hierarchy. So I can understand if Pochettino wants to leave, because at the same time, he has Conor Gallagher performing exceptionally well this season. He's the first player, and Cole Palmer on the team sheet out there. But he has played Gallagher in almost every game this season, and he has played a vital role for him in his setup, etc. If you have a key player like that in your system, and your board is willing to sell him just for pure profit and ignoring your opinion and what you have, that you want him to stay at Chelsea, then I think Pochettino is right to walk away, because I think the owners has to listen to the manager as well. I mean, you can't just be a yes man and say yes to everything. So I think Pochettino is right to quit Chelsea if they're selling the players he desperately wants to keep, and also if he can't have a single say in the market, and he's gonna get all sorts of under 25 players and he's just gonna deal with it. But at the same time, Pochettino said last summer that he knew what he was getting himself into. Maybe he just didn't realize it was gonna get this bad, that he wasn't going to have any power whatsoever in the transfer market. So I think if a manager shows you that he's the right guy at Chelsea, I think he should get a couple of signings and keep some players that he desperately needs for his system and tactics to be successful at Chelsea. After the 2-1 victory against Bournemouth on Sunday in the final day of the season, Pochettino remained coy when he was asked about the details around the end of the season review. He said, "I don't know if that is going to happen or not. I don't have any idea about it. All I can tell you is on Friday night, Todd invited me for a dinner and it was very nice dinner together. But I don't know about the rumors about the review. And my staff tomorrow are flying for their holidays, which was on Monday, and I'm going to stay in London for a few more days. I am always open. My phone is going to be on." So is this a hint of that maybe Todd Bowley wants to keep Pochettino, but maybe the board is divided on him? Maybe Egbali and the other guys in Clear Lake wants him gone because he has now start speaking publicly about that he wants to have more power in the transfer market, and the man and the owners, they don't really want someone that's going to talk against them. So I'm gonna continue here. If Chelsea and Pochettino decide to part ways at the end of the season, the idea is to go for a young coach and not an experienced one. Why would you go with a young coach that doesn't have experience? Why would you do that? I mean, the Chelsea job is so difficult. I mean, you're forced to using under 25 players, and you won't get inexperienced players. You won't have a say in the transfer market. It's a very, very difficult job for any manager, and that's why I think no matter who we bring in, no one can succeed under this ownership. That's what I'm afraid of. Honestly, if I were Pochettino, I would say to the owners, listen, you're gonna give me some players I want, you're gonna keep some players I want, and if that's not gonna happen, I'm gonna leave. That's what I would say, because I mean, I just can't understand why a manager can't have any sort of power in the transfer market at all, and they can't even go and talk to the owners if they disagree on something, because then they are going to get sacked. Also continues further, that confirms maybe just what I said, and this is from Athletic. Chelsea want a head coach who will feed into the conversation around potential signings and sales without seeking to dictate strategy or make demands, and commit to working with the talent assembled by the recruitment team. They just want someone that goes on with it and saying, yes, boss, yes, boss, yes, boss. I'm not a fan of Pochettino, but I really feel for him here. And I felt for Potter, and I'm gonna feel for any manager that walks into this job, because it's so hard. It's so much harder than it needs to be. Want a manager just gonna develop the players so the market value will increase, and then they're gonna sell them for profit. That's how I'm seeing it from my point of view. Of course, they have assembled a lot of young, great talents at this football club, but I believe the recruitment team need to also go for elite players and experienced guys to complement the younger ones, so we get a nice mix of balance in the squad. Managers we could potentially be linked with is the Ipswich manager McKenna, Sporting Lisbon's manager Amorim. We surely are linked with the Serb. I mean, come on, he's from Brighton. And there will also be rumors around Stuttgart manager Sebastian Hoeneß. Pochettino were to leave, I wouldn't be solely against it, but then we have to get it right. We need to bring in a great manager. Going for a young, experienced one is very risky. I would prefer an elite manager. I think managers like Xavi and De Zerbi, they have great strength and great aspects of their game. Of course, De Zerbi is a risk. I mean, Xavi has proven he has won stuff, but maybe his play management is not that great. McKenna has brought Ipswich up to Championship and now to Premier League, but he's gonna have to prove himself a bit more before I would like, alright, maybe we should give this guy a chance. Stuttgart's manager is doing an amazing job. I'm a huge fan and admirer of German and Bundesliga coaches. I really like that league. I like the managers. They're playing with a high line, high press, attacking football. They're very good at setting up their systems and tactics, etc. So bringing in Stuttgart manager is maybe the one I would favor here out of these options that we got here. I mean, Amorim is a great dimension too, of course. Pochettino might deserve a chance next season because of how the season ended, and I think he should maybe have another year so he can keep on building on what we potentially have going on here. But at the same time, I am not a fan of him whatsoever. So if he leaves, I wouldn't be against it either. I don't even know what to believe, what decision to go with here. Let me know, of course, yours in the comments down below. Do you think Poch should stay? And if he goes, which manager do you think the owner should go for? And also let me know if the owners are doing it wrong here by not letting Poch have a say in the transfer market. Going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.